My boyfriend is pressuring me to do things in the bedroom that I don't want to do, but despite my clear boundary, he's tried to start it while we're in the middle of being intimate, and it's making me want to break up with him. So my boyfriend, 31M, and I, 29F, I have a less traditional relationship. We've been dating almost 3 years. When we were first talking, he told me about his fetish and we had an open conversation about it. When we got more serious, he and I decided that he should see a professional for it. We did some research and met a worker that was experienced in his fetish and others. I've met her quite a few times and it's understood that this is a business relationship and my boyfriend is her client. With that scratch being itched for him, our relationship was perfect. Intimacy was amazing, he's so loving and caring towards me and I really see myself spending my life with him. Things changed during the pandemic. The worker decided for safety reasons for both her and her clients that she'd stop seeing them in person and only focus on her online content. At first, we were fine, but in December he got really pushy and trying to persuade and bargain with me into doing stuff with him. I can't. It makes me physically ill to where I feel nauseous. I've told him no and that he needs to figure out another way to get himself off in that way. He got upset at me and said it's impossible unless he has a partner. I've been sleeping in the guest room for the last few nights because he tried initiating it while we were already intimate. I'm setting my boundaries, but it's frustrating he's not respecting them and no longer respecting because his need to get off in a certain way is more important than my feelings. I kind of want to break up over this, but he's been perfect up until this. I'm so lost on what to do. Any advice would be helpful. Commenter: he's been perfect with you because he's never had to go without before, and this is what he's like without it. It sucks, but he's showing you that his fetish is more important than you. This has been present since the beginning of your relationship. He told you straight up when you met in hopes of getting you to do it. The fact that he's trying to force it in you is an alarming red flag. I'd be wary of smashing with anyone who tries to sneak in something they know I hate. That's a form of assault. He knows better, he's not confused, he just thinks he can just do it and you'll get over it even if you hate it. Or hey, in the heat of the moment she'll just let it happen. It's disgusting. Commenter 2. Okay, what's the obsession? I can't come up with any solutions without knowing this. Oop. The speculation is kinda funny tbh. He's into blood play and knife play, which is a no-go for me because seeing blood makes me so sick. Update. So a lot has happened since I made my post. My boyfriend saw it the same day I posted it and immediately knew it was me because I wasn't exactly secretive about the details. He confronted me, we had a long conversation. I expressed that I wasn't able to trust him enough to be intimate with him anymore. He apologized and told me he took some bad advice from a friend in his fetish community who did something similar to his girlfriend to make her be into it and think it was my kink too. I was disgusted and said that I can't believe he took that advice and I couldn't even look at him. We started yelling at each other and he ended up leaving while I cried in the guest room. While he was gone, I left to my best friend's place and told her everything. She didn't know about his issues, the worker or anything, so she was pretty shocked. She sat me down and told me this wasn't okay. It was a bit of a shock to the system, but it was true, and this wasn't even the only secret I was keeping from her about my relationship either. There were so many instances where what I described as perfect would be abusive and manipulative to others. I made myself think our weird relationship was just a quirky normal for us. I was so blind and stupid. Long story short, I left him. My best friend took me back to get my stuff, and he still wasn't home. It wasn't until the next day he was blowing up my phone. I texted him it was done and not to talk to me again. That was followed by strings of texts, apologies, and voicemails, but it was all B's. As of now, I am staying with my best friend and renting out her guest room. I've blocked him on everything and haven't heard from him since. Hopefully that's it for now.